We'll have to take the stairs down.
Whatever, this doesn't even feel like a Metal Gear game.
It does.
It does not.
I think it feels exactly like a Metal Gear game.
No.
This, to me, feels like an extension of Metal Gear Solid 4.
Nah.
But we'll get into that later,
No.
because both Chris and I have different opinions of this game.
Yep.
I first loved... Well, we'll just get into it right now.
No.
And by later, I meant now.
No, I will do it at the end.
The very end?
Very end.
Good.
Because that's when everything's out on the table.
Okay. Like Ishmael's butt.
Yes.
This part is so trivial. You could just walk up to this guy. I love whenever this happens in a game because it feels very, very video gamey.
Hold down the aim button to aim, then press the attack button to fire. Destroy it.
Like, I just like to imagine Kiefer Sutherland in a recording booth going, hit the action button, aim your gun and shoot the gun.
Hold on.
So, I don't care what anyone says, this is the only way to aim in these games, or at least this game.
You're pretty good.
You can do it with, like, the just normal aim, but I much prefer the first person in this game.
I hate the first person in this game.
Which is weird because if given the option to switch between first and third, I will always pick third, except for this game. For some reason.
The only time I go into first person is when I need to be super accurate at long range.
Mm.
But normally I have a sniper rifle for that.
It's just the fact that you can see his butt. This is... How do you usually tackle this area?
I go down on the right and I crawl around to the front door and then cutscene. My first time I didn't realize I was supposed to sneak, so I just killed everyone.
Well, I don't think you're supposed to sneak, but yeah, I killed everyone too.
Because I was like, oh, you know, I didn't realize, oh, you go right because he went left because you're splitting up because he's creating a distraction.
I thought you could do this in the game, and I was really excited. Unless you can, I just don't know how to.
Yeah, it's called using a magazine.
Well, I mean, yeah, using the magazine, but I think it'd also be cool if you're in a pinch to just detach your silencer and throw it. Ishmael is magic.
He disappeared.
So the first time, I went up to that guy and I tried meleeing him, but you don't actually have melee in this part.
Well, you can't use that little hook on
I
your
was
arm?
gonna say, yeah, it's probably in the game's reality because you only got a little hook.
See, you went the complete opposite way I went.
No, this is the easiest way to do it, but I still get caught. Spoiler. Do you mean like drop down by that like little reception desk?
Yeah.
Yeah, because there's a hole in there you can crawl through, but this is arguably the easiest way, but I just got impatient.
I didn't know you could go this way.
Yeah, because there's a little banister there you can just drop down from,
Let me guess, that guy spots you.
like, almost immediately. You're supposed to wait until these guys turn around. I'm going to try and show off all the tasks that I can. Yeah, see, there you go. One of the tasks in this level is don't enter alert mode. So the easiest way to get that is just turn it off. Turn off alert mode. You'll never enter alert mode. Guess why? Because it's off. But past this level, I'm going to do all of the tasks that I can at the moment. Because there's some that you can't do until you get like certain things.
Yeah. I want to know why they brought an APC to kill Snake.
He's Snake.
Yeah, but he's in the hospital.
Yeah, but Snake in the hospital is still more dangerous than anyone else.
I mean, it's not like it's a snake on a plane.
Come on. Well, you get that in Metal Gear Solid 4 with the Nomad. I'm surprised no one made that joke, like, in the game. Otacon's like, yeah, Snake, this reminds me of that movie!
You know, Ice Age.
After Earth! We both went for completely different movies. Ice Age and After Earth.
I just want to see one of these guys charging, like with a knife.
Yeah.
You know, that was one of my favorite parts. As brutal as that scene was, and as bad as I felt for Big Boss, he got the piss kicked out of him in that scene, and that made Volgin that much more badass.
You know what I would love to see? I'd love to see one of these guys go up to him either with a handkerchief, just wave it in his face a little bit, or with a cigarette and blow it in his face. Because that's this guy's weakness.
Yeah. Hey, that's how I beat him with my first playthrough.
Yeah, that's how I did too. Not the first time, but subsequent playthroughs, that is how you beat this man in Metal Gear Solid 8, the Revenge of the Sith. There are a couple things that I don't want to talk about for spoiler reasons. I do not care about calling this guy Volgin.
If you don't know this guy is Volgin, then you're dumb. Because, like, they even acknowledge it in about 30 seconds. Where,
Yeah,
Hey, are you back from the dead, Carl?
Yeah, So you can fight him in this part. There's a task. The second time you have to play this... Actually, what am I talking about? You don't play this a second time. That would be dumb. But just say, hypothetically, there's a second time you have to play this level. There's a task that you have to get 30 hits on him. But that is not for this one, so you do not have to fight Volgin.
Yeah.
Move in! Go, go, go!
And that's another thing, is Babby Psycho Mantis. That's the one thing they never confirmed.
They never confirmed, but it's heavily implied.
He is Psycho Mantis.
And it's they don't ever heavily imply it in dialogue. They just heavily imply it because of his design. So that's another character. I am not going to be calling Shrezhny Rebanok or the third child. I will just be calling Babby Psycho Mantis because that's who he is, probably.
Yeah. And it's one of those things of how do you even address that? Like, this is like a little mantis who's psycho.
Yeah.
You know, like, you can't, like...
Which, hey, good storytelling that they didn't do that.
Yeah.
They could have done some really heavy-handed, like, you know, prequel thing where it's like you said, this is the mantis that's psycho. That was Kaz. Snake has no opinion on this in the slightest.
Yeah, if this was Metal Gear Solid 3 Snake, he'd
Still probably have no opinion on the matter.
No, the Metal Gear Solid 3 Snake was very opinionated.
No, not really.
Yeah, I mean, he loved, you know...
Well, he loved Godzilla.
Something.
He loved Godzilla, and that is still, I think, my favorite Big Boss moment of all time.
Mine's NORAD.
When he talks about Godzilla, and paramedics like, oh yeah, the fallout from the nuclear fallout from Hiroshima is what created Godzilla, and then he goes, nuclear radiation making something big. Maybe that's what happened to me. And he's like heavily implied he's talking about his Johnson, and it's like, what? That is my favorite. Also, the fact that he believes in Santa Claus.
That's my favorite Big Boss one. That and the box tank.
Yeah, in Peace Walker.
And saw this guy.
Get in!
This section here, when you're driving in the car, feels like Kojima played The Last of Us, and then said,
I could do it better.
I want to do that.
Yeah.
Not even that he said, I'll do it better. He just said, I want to do that. Because that's literally what this part is. It's when you're playing as the little girl in The Last of Us.
And you have no control over anything, and you're just there helpless in the car. Which I still think The Last of Us is the best game on the PlayStation 4. And 3. And 2.
Yeah.
Not 1, though. That goes to Batman and Robin.
Yeah, clearly.
Yeah, I just love how Vulcan's freaking out here, like, ah!
See, that's the thing. I don't know if that's Vulcan or if that's Psycho Mantis.
I'm pretty sure that's supposed to be Vulcan because of the flaming fire trucks.
I guess so, yeah.
Jesus, take the wheel! Yeah, I don't know why you would blow up the entrance there, but what do I know?
See, this is actually when I start liking this level. It's because it's actually exciting.
Yeah, it's like the episode 4. It takes 40 minutes to get started, but once it does, it's fun.
Yeah. Whee! Just
I'm nuclear!
I would have liked it if he just fell up.
He just stayed in the seat.
Yeah. Now here we get the introduction of my favorite Metal Gear character.
And the most underwhelming character in the entire game goes to that helicopter!
Yeah. This terrifies me. This scene is horrifying.
Oh yeah, I forgot! Also, I like how Babby Psycho Mantis has a horn as well.
Everyone has horns. Vulcan has horns too. This is legitimately the most scary thing ever put to anything. Film, video games, books. This is some scary stuff.
I like to
right
imagine
here.
that you're in that helicopter.
I would
Also,
like-
I love how random this is.
I would like to imagine that this will never happen in real life, because then I won't be able to sleep.
I
at
hope
night.
the Earth gets invaded by flaming killer whales.
That's not even a killer whale. That's just a humpback whale.
Well, no, I mean just like killer whales. As in
Oh.
they kill people, not killer whales.
Not like orcas, yeah.
No.
Little,
I mean like a literal
little known
killing
fact,
whales.
Little known fact, my number one fear in this world is whales. And that scene terrifies
Well,
me.
it's a good thing that my number one fear is
Flaming
Colonel Vulcan
horse.
flying in
Yeah.
on a Pegasus.
Yeah. I love his horse. You
Oh.
see it, I think, all of one time.
It's so good.
Get on! I'm on your side!
Is he, though?
Hurry!
I love Ocelot, but I don't know. This just again.
No, I love him in this game. I will rationalize it later on, because I like him.
No.
I mean, I hate pretty much 90% of Ocelot in this game. I don't hate him. It's just they don't really do anything interesting with him, but I like that. Well, we'll get into it later.
Also, this makes no sense, but whatever.
What?
I mean, if a rocket couldn't slow Vulcan down, why can't a shotgun?
Yeah, this is another thing. There's a task in this level. The two tasks in this level is don't enter alert mode and don't get hit by Vulcan. That hit right there actually does not count. You'll know it counts if you get a thing on screen that says hit counter 2 or whatever. This is actually really easy to do. I got it by accident the first time. Essentially all you got to do is just let him get close to you, and once he gets close enough, just shoot him. But I accidentally get hit here, I think because of nonsense. Or it's my own fault, I don't remember.
Probably nonsense, because you're so great.
I am pretty great. We'll see. This is... I've actually gotten pretty... See, that didn't count either. I've gotten pretty... It was that, I think, that really screwed me up. And that's
Yeah.
your confirmation that that is, in fact, Vulcan. They won't tell you for about another 15 hours, like, for sure that it's him.
15?
But that's good enough for me, honestly.
Fire just as he's about to attack!
Yeah, see, right there was nonsense.
Yeah, I don't get that one.
Time to reload.
See, I just laid into him for this entire part.
Yeah.
I think at the end I actually had no ammo.
We should Took him off.
No, they don't allow you to run out of ammo.
Fire!
This part's exciting. I really like this part.
Yeah.
This is probably the best part of
I
this
kind of
level.
wish we got to go back to this place, and maybe a couple other places, like, you know, like some base in
Yeah.
Caribbean.
It's like they could have put everything in this game. They could have put everything from Alpha to Omega in this game, and
Yeah, and, you know,
they didn't. There's one thing that I particularly want to commend this game on, and that is the fantastic soundtrack by, I think his name is Ludwig Fossel,
yeah.
not Harry Gregson William. He produced it, but he did not do it.
Yeah, he supervised. For some reason.
Hmm.
I guess they wanted a different feel for this game.
So to S rank that, you have to beat it in 20 minutes or less. Which,
Yeah.
to accomplish that, you just gotta skip all the cutscenes.
And seeing as how we just spent 54 minutes.
Yeah. If I skipped all the cutscenes, I would have gotten an S on that. Do you think he doesn't wear shoes just for the same reason as, like, Toph?
No, I just like to think he doesn't know what they are.
He doesn't know what shoes are?
Come on.
The one thing I will always say that I don't like about the cutscenes in this game is the handycam feel. I don't... It is good in a sense where it makes you feel like you're an outsider looking in, but I would much rather good dynamic camera angles.
Yeah, make it more cinematic.
The name's Ocelot. Big boss. You know who I am. A certain man gave me a job to do. Two, actually. First was to get you out of that hospital. The second was to rescue the man himself. You remember? Your partner 9 years ago, Kazuhira Miller. 9 years back, your private army came under attack by Cypher. You were considered dead. Until today, that is, when Cypher found you. And it's not just them. The whole world wants you dead. You'll have to join up with Miller. Build that private army of yours one more time. It's your only chance.
Can I ride a
Greatest way to
horse?
save
I like to imagine
He's in
Ocelot is
Afghanistan.
in Nirvana right now because Snake has his shirt off.
Yeah, I mean, he is the ultimate big boss fanboy.
He's like, not only has Big Boss noticed me, he's also got his shirt off. So I'm gonna keep quiet because this song, which is called V Has Come
4
To,
years ago, the
is
Soviets
phenomenal,
invaded
probably my
Afghanistan.
favorite song in the soundtrack,
Muslims are fighting back
and is
with
super
Western
emotional and
support.
awesome.
Miller was training Mujahideen rebels when he was captured by the Soviets. The Reds' 40th Army. Troop strength somewhere around 100,000. Squad holding Miller set off near the Pakistan border yesterday. Now in 3 days, they'll reach the Soviet garrison. They'll be interrogated for a few more days, and it's off to a lager. Or left to rot in a ditch on Afghan soil. I give him 2 weeks. The job didn't mean anything to Miller. He only took it on to keep you safe.
This part coming up made me cry the first time
Well,
because of
there's
how
our
powerful the
ride.
music is.
It's a whaling ship. Had a pretty good deal on her once the IWC started raising a stink. Now it's 7 days to Port Qasim, another 3 overland. So we won't have much time once we're there. Don't take too long getting used to your new self. Hang on. Ha!
That part is incredible.